So I'm going to start my set by apologizing to one girl and one girl only. But I'm going to be, this is a pretty intimate setting, so I feel like I can be intimate with you guys and share some details of my life. So happens I met a pretty great girl last night. Great. Oh, just someone to keep, you know what I'm saying? Someone to keep. No, I'm sorry, love. No, the truth is, I'm not that vulgar of a person. I think you guys, I got off on the wrong foot. I'm excited about it, you know? I'm excited, it's still there. Anyway, I have to explain to you where I come from, the kind of kid I was, the kind of person I grew up to be, for you to understand the kind of vulgar comment that would come out of my mouth. And a nice young girl, seemingly. Just to give you an idea, I was the kind of kid who always had stuff in her pocket. I always had a couple of rocks, a paper clip, and a sticker I was saving for special occasions. Don't ask me why I had the paper clip. I had a project. I can't talk about it now. You know, and I was definitely that kind of kid. And I was actually born in Brooklyn, New York. And when we came to Canada, the point of coming to Canada was we were very religious back home. We're going to come to Canada, be less religious, and assimilate with Canadian culture, go to a regular school. And I went to this regular school, and I realized right away the difference between Canadian kids and American kids, and the sensitivity. The very first day of school, I met a girl named Sarah. I said, "Oh, hi, Sarah." She goes, "Man, it's Sarah." These people. You're lucky I didn't call you shitface. It's not like I totally got it wrong. I didn't call her Jennifer or anything. You know, I was on the spectrum there. People have been calling me Rafiki my entire life. Never said a word. Never said a word. Ridiculous. But at my new school, we had the most amazing thing. I remember being 7, 8 years old, and we had this thing called show and tell. Couldn't even believe it. The kid a week before me had the most fantastic show and tell. He brought his pet frog in with the aquarium, the rocks, the plant, the whole thing. I couldn't even believe it at 7 years old. Of course, I show up the next week with the candle that commemorates the end of the Sabbath. Zero chance of assimilating for me. Zero chance from the get-go of having any friends. Feel free, if you're not my friend, to laugh at anything that you would find funny. It's very quiet here. Should I do, Darren, should I do some comedy crowd work? Is this... I'm not good with crowd work. What are you here for? You were dragged here? What happened? What's up? You, right here.
Me?
Yeah. Got a hole in your pants. Did you get into an accident? I don't want to engage if that's an accident. That is too serious for this tonight. How about you? Everybody's drinking Blue Ribbon. We're all hipsters here. What's up? What's happening?
I'm drinking Molson.
Okay. Are you French? Okay. Okay.
Not in the Jewish way.
I don't think French people are Jewish, ever. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I once met a Moroccan Jew. That didn't go well. No, but you know, that's the kind of kid I was. And when I was a kid, when I was younger, you know, my mother who had no friends, who joined a cult, you know, to feel included or whatever, always looked at her kids and said, "Oh, wow. My kids have friends. You must be, you know, you make friends really easily." And I thought that. I thought I made friends really easily. I'm a people person. And then I grew up to be an adult, and I realized that I don't like anybody at all. And this really changed my perspective on things. I mean, just a simple task, going on the metro, the ST-fucking-M, are you familiar? This fantastic institution. Just going on the metro. I was on the metro the other day, swiping my bus pass through the turnstile. As I was doing this, a gentleman in front of me was doing the exact same thing, except as he was swiping his bus pass, he was whistling. Whistling in public? When did this become acceptable? We get it, you're happy, now die. Okay, that's how I feel. Ridiculous, these people parading around. And the metro doesn't get any better. You're sitting on there, you have all the ads on the metro, all the posters there. The worst is the posters. They have all these posters now up on the metro for these quasi-colleges. Herzling Tech Academy. IT Tech Academy. Failure Tech Academy. You know, they of course have one bozo on the picture with like one of these thin goatees like this. with like a gold chain like this. you know, and like a tight V-neck shirt to reveal his man cleavage like anybody needs to see this. Of course, the caption reads, "If I can do it, so can you." I don't want to go anywhere. This guy's going for something. Thank you. What are they giving out? Vanier diplomas? What's happening here? What is happening here? Ridiculous. And the metro isn't the only horrible, horrible form, you know, of transportation. We have to take cabs here. You know, what are they going to put panic buttons in cabs already? Huh? Where are you taking me, Kaboosh? And why are you talking to me, Kaboosh? Ma'am, would you like me to take the highway or the back roads? The highway. Thank you very much. Kaboosh. The back roads option sounds very romantic. However, I would like to be home in one piece. Thank you. A lot of insecure women riding on cabs is all I'm saying. Probably French women. I don't know. And the thing is like you grow up and you're constantly evaluating people and your friends and things like that, and then you get to work and you're evaluated as an employee. It takes it to a whole nother level. Every 3 months at my job I have something called the performance evaluation. They call you in and they evaluate your efficiency as an employee. Completely useless. There's one very easy way to spot out inefficient people at work. The people who don't drink coffee. When Joanne is making you feel bad for stirring your milk into a cup of coffee. Robby, I don't drink coffee. Well, Joanne, I'll tell you what you're not doing all day. Working. Spotted, right there. On that same token, if you come home at the end of your day and you do not need a glass of wine to unwind, I'll tell you what you haven't been doing all day. Working. Spotted. Right there. If I was an employer and I was asking questions when I was hiring, I would ask those two questions only. Do you like your coffee black, and are you an alcoholic? There, that is an efficient employee. Fired. I will not need to see the rest of your resume. Ridiculous. Ridiculous, you know. I do feel bad venting on you guys like that. That was really, I feel better actually. So, I do. People, you know, the people are being highlighted. The stupidity of people with all these reality shows also highlighted. It's feeding into everything. There's the weirdest things on TV. The scariest show on TV, I think, and back me on this, is I didn't know I was pregnant. Now, I can understand one very large woman. One very large, sexually inexperienced woman who does not understand the consequences of sex, goes out one day, has sex, goes to the bathroom 9 months later and has a baby. I can understand that. But a whole series? Week after week? Women are pooing out babies. Clogging the drain when you're taking a bath. Coming up when you're washing your dishes. This is an epidemic. There was one woman, repeat, second episode. Why does this happen? I don't know what's on Obama's next agenda, but this has got to be up there. This has got to be up there, you know. No, but seriously, I don't watch that shit. I don't watch that shit. I watch important stuff. I watch the news. You know? Like they had that one story there about the woman who was sued $1.5 million for downloading 24 songs illegally. And the record companies are crying. You think I feel bad for the record companies? Think I don't remember being charged $25 for a Creed CD? I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad one bit. No, I watch the important news. That wasn't even important. Creed, who are they? Old Rock? You don't remember them, eh? Really? Zero. Love, tell me you know who Creed is. I'm depressed. I'm depressed. I'm depressed. Oh my god. What was it that you were in grade 6? Oh yeah, I was like, oh yeah, September 11th. I remember exactly where I was, September 11th. She's like, oh yeah, I was in grade 5. I was like, what? What's happening? No, but I watched the important news, like that story they had a few months ago on the earthquake that happened in Afghanistan. Oh, and they had all the images up there of the rubble, the devastation. just terrible. Maybe it's just me, but I'd like to see the before images. Some like, was the earthquake in Afghanistan really that devastating? Or was Afghanistan pretty devastating to begin with? Give it to me straight, CNN, I live in Verdun. Ridiculous. No, but they have all these shows. The worst is these shows, all these like these future shows they have on, like, you know, what's going to happen in the future, these apocalypse shows and all those type of things. And people ask me, like, I'm pretty young, I'm in my early 20-ish years. It's depressing. And people always ask me, like, oh, you know, what do you think is going to happen in the future? Like, what do you think is going to happen? Like, what's in 5 years? Like, oh, what's going to happen? Like, I feel like an 80-year-old trapped in a 24-year-old body. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen in the future, you know? In the future, I don't know, maybe rim jobs replace hand jobs in grade 8 classrooms. I don't know. In the future, maybe teacher-student relationships don't face the scrutiny that Mary Kay Letourneau and Billy Falau face. I don't know. Who, for the record, live in the country with 3 kids. If that wasn't true love, I don't know what is. Mary Kay Letourneau, Billy Falau. Come on, be with me, guys. Nobody remembers them? Nobody? I heard everything. I was totally married. Let them get married. Let them have. I was there, picketing. 12 years old. In the future, I don't know. In the future, maybe computers come with built-in windshield wipers to clean your cum shots off the screen. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is you guys have been a fantastic audience. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Usually, and I do feel bad for venting and taking all the stress out on you. Usually, when I do have to vent like this, I just call Rogers. Anybody paying for therapy anymore? Fuckers charge me roaming when I'm in Verdun. It's ridiculous. I'm Robby Hoffman. Thank you so much.
My house, one kiss, bitch.